first a street performer because that allowed me to develop my craft, develop my gift. And besides, it's a great echo down there as well. It was a great echo down there, except for the L coming by. But when the L would come by, I would try to challenge that L and sing louder than the L, and the L would roar. And I would try to sing louder and louder and louder and louder. But the L would be going by. And I would get frustrated because how am I gonna get my money if these people don't hear me singing, man? I wanted to tell people, what made y'all put an L here when I'm trying to sing? But then I come to realize that, hey, sometimes you have to rise above the noise. Find a way to rise above the noise, Rob. And I tried to rise above the L. Still wouldn't work. So I became real slick. I would be singing like this. Someday the world would know my name. And I would be singing like this. Someday the world would know my name. And here comes the L, and here comes the L, and here comes the L. And I'd shut up until the L stopped. And when the L stopped, it became quiet again. And I would say, I know someday the world will know Robert's name. And the people would clap. Oh, I said, that is. I gotta wait till the L stop. That allowed me to develop my patience. Once I developed my patience, I come to find that I had learned how to sing with strength, because before I learned how to develop my patience, I actually learned how to sing loud, trying to sing over the L, which gave me strength in my voice, which gave me the ability to be able to ring out like a bell when I sing. It also allowed me to connect with people, because I would be singing my songs that I wrote, but I didn't feel there was a connection. The only time I felt a connection is when I started noticing people were coming down from work to catch the L, and they had McDonald's bags in their hands. And I was like, McDonald's. If I write a McDonald's song while these people are holding McDonald's bags in their hands, I'm gonna connect, because they're gonna laugh and they're gonna say, I can't believe this guy's down here with a piano and a chitlin bucket singing a McDonald's song, and I just came from McDonald's. They're gonna feel like I'm talking directly to them, and that's going to make the connection. So that's what I did. I went home, I said, Mom, I gotta write a McDonald's song. She said, well, you love McDonald's, you ought to be able to write a McDonald's song, that's your favorite restaurant. I said, that's what I'm gonna do. So I went in the room and I started messing with my little keyboard, Casio that is, and I said, McDonald's is the place for you. When your day is through, you can go to McDonald's and get yourself a Big Mac, a Big Mac. Order of fries, icy Coke with an apple pie. No one does it like McDonald's do. McDonald's and you. And the people would clap, and they would go in their pockets. Oh, I gotta pay this guy. This guy's too good. Oh man, I got McDonald's in my hand and he's singing McDonald's. Oh no, he got to get paid. So people started pulling out 50s. I went from making maybe $10 a day, from being there from 9 to 5, to making $400 to $500 a day, because I made the connection. Now that I know how to make the connection, took it to the next level. I hitchhiked all the way to LA, even on a motorcycle. Yeah, man, back on some guy's motorcycle. 18-wheeler truck, broken down van, got me to LA where I lived on Venice Beach for like 6 months. I'm talking about the sand part. Yeah, I lived on the sand part of Venice Beach. There was a bleacher and there was a basketball court. And I would sleep under the bleacher, and I would wake up and I would play basketball with the guys that played basketball. Oh, and I would be killing them. They'd be like, where did this guy come from? He's here every morning playing basketball with us. And it was interesting because I would play basketball, and then I would go and I would street perform with this guy that skates with the good top on Venice Beach. Yeah. And it was amazing times, because those were the times when I was paying my dues. That's right, I was paying my dues. That's right, I was paying my dues, my dues. And sometimes you have to do that. You have to pay your dues. You cannot just wake up and be successful. There's no real success without testimony. The depth of your testimony determines the height of your success. It's not where you are today. It's not how successful you are today. It's what did you do? Where did you go? What did you go through? Where have you been to get to this point? That's the engine. I learned a long time ago, after performing on Venice Beach, after being a street performer in Chicago, I went to every talent show, trying to win, but I'd lose all the time, especially in LA, because at this time, LA was a place of image. You had to look to par, not just sound good. And all I had was basketball gear. And I would do really good in the talent shows, but my image, I looked like a hooper because I was at the time. So I'd lose. But don't feel for me, because, see, losing is only temporary. Losing, I looked at as a rehearsal. We all lose in rehearsal all the time, over and over and over and over again until we get it right. And that's the point of rehearsal. You rehearse and rehearse and rehearse and rehearse. You mess up, you mess up, you mess up, mess up until you get it right. But LA, street performing, the doors being closed, the no's and all of those things, that was my meal ticket somehow. And I decided then, I didn't want to be stars in the sky, because though they amazed us as kids, but they sat there. They just sat there. And they sparked. But what amazed me, and what I've always wanted to study and always wanted to become, and I decided in my mind, and I told my mom, I said, Mama, I'm gonna be a shooting star. She said, what you mean, boy? I say, I don't really know what I mean, but I know one thing. I love the shooting star. Why would you love a shooting star? You don't get to see it much. I said, I know. It comes, it goes. You're lucky if you even see one. I said, I know. And it's not like the other stars. I said, I know. But that's the point. If I'm going to be a star, I want to be a shooting star. I don't want to be seen all the time. That's not what I'm about. I'm not about just sitting around in the sky. I want to soar through the sky, in and out of space. people would tell me, well, you could do that, sky's the limit. I say, no, it's not. I would always have my different sayings. I would say space is the limit, because if you can make it to space, you can travel anywhere. And my brain and my mind, it just always wanted to go places no man has gone, so to speak. I always wanted to be a scientist of music, not just music. I wanted to experiment with my music. I wanted to do R&B, but I also wanted to do the world's greatest. But at the time, I was told, no, you stay in this lane, R&B artist, you're gonna do the artist thing, you're an artist, R&B king, and this, that, and the other. I was never interested in being an R&B king. People put that label on me, and I appreciate anybody for saying that I'm the best at something. But I never wanted to be the best at one thing. I never wanted to be the best at R&B. I just wanted to be great at music. So I decided to do I Believe I Can Fly. I decided to go on and do the world's greatest. I decided to do country songs, pop songs, You Are Not Alone for Michael Jackson, because I never wanted to be trapped in a category. And somebody said, oh, that's the R&B king. I wanted to be known for just music. There's Mr. Music. He has no lane. The highway, the streets is his, if he wanted it to be.